This is DJ Greck Packer and you're watching Transmit TV. I'm DJ Greck Packer from Perth, Western Australia, and I'm playing at Aquarius tonight in Croatia.
Is that your first time here?
Yes, first time here, yeah.
How do you like it?
Very nice, yeah, a little bit colder than Australia, but you know, I expected that, and I'm all set for a good night. It's pretty crowded in there and they all seem up for it, so in about half an hour it's all on. The style that I concentrate on is more on the liquid style, musical style. I do play some harder stuff, but it's usually still musical, you know, like I just sort of don't really play the straight up heavy drum and bass. I'm more about like the musical side of it really. Sort of the reggae, I like a bit of the reggae influence, ragga stuff, the soulful kind of musical jazzy stuff. And then the sort of bouncy sort of like borderline hard stuff. Yeah, kind of. I like a bit of variety, and that's what I plan to do tonight. I'm originally from the UK and I emigrated over to Australia, and in the early 90s we basically started playing breakbeat music before it was called jungle or drum and bass, and then it kind of moulded into the whole drum and bass sound from the early 90s. Around about 94 they started calling it jungle, and then a few years later they started calling it drum and bass, and then all of a sudden it was the music that we was always playing from the beginning anyway. So I suppose you could, in Perth especially Perth, Western Australia, I'm known as the first person that brought drum and bass to Perth, I guess. So like, I've been tagged the groove rider of drum and bass in Perth. Well, that's a good question, because I actually bought my first record in 1982, so sort of showing my age a bit now, but so it can be anything really, and I'm still collecting like mad. Like I actually, this time round on the tour, I didn't bring any vinyl with me, because every time I come to the UK or London, I always go back like way overweight, because I end up going in all these pokey little record stores and finding these old soul records and funk records and reggae records, and I just get a bit carried away. So this time I packed really light, because actually next week is my first free week where I'm going to be digging. But yeah, I can listen to anything really, mainly retro stuff, like old school hip hop, old school soul, old school funk, old school reggae. Sounds a bit weird, but I don't really listen to much new music apart from drum and bass. But you know, not saying I dislike it. I mean, I'll go to clubs where they play, you know, electro house or dubstep and things like that, and some of it I quite get into it, but it's just not really my thing as far as collecting and DJing and playing out.